when it's coming to sexual pleasure. Hi, my name is Meka Paddy. In this lesson, I am going to really look at the communication, because communication is actually the key when it comes to sexual pleasure. Because partners usually they keep quiet when they are engaged in sexual activities. There's no communication, the door is locked, nobody is talking about. What you will hear probably is towards the end of the journey, when each one reach orgasm, which is quite wrong. That's why sometimes one of the partner might reach the sexual pleasure while the other one doesn't. And when they make noise, meaning maybe they get that pleasure. But it's very, very important so that both partners are at the same time, and knowing exactly what is it that requires, so that you are able to reach your sexual pleasure. So how to communicate? So what is actually the key, the importance of communication? Because without communication, nobody will reach sexual pleasure. Maybe one reach and the other one doesn't know where to touch, how to touch it, so that your partner will reach sexual pleasure. Now let's look at, when do you communicate? When do we communicate? Because sex is a taboo, is a topic that has been neglected, so that people really even don't know how to talk. They also don't know what to talk and when to talk. So when do you talk? When do we communicate? So you as partners, you need to communicate daily. It shouldn't be just the day when you think you are going to have sex. Just during the day, anytime when you feel like, when you might have your date night, that you can communicate. So, like for instance, daily, what you can do, you can send dirty message to each other. Isn't that by saying, how are you? And what I want you to do is really to make time to talk about sexual issues. Because what we're trying here is to train your tongue. To train your tongue so that you get used. Because once you do it more, you'll be able to so that you make, you are getting used to talking about it. So what you can do, you can even do what we call, Dr. Moore called, sex exercises together. Now, when we talk about sex exercises, we are talking about what are the things that you can do, like, just both of you have those discussions. And when do you have those discussions that you do it just in the course of your relationship? I suggest that you do it before you get married. Because if you don't do it before you get married, you would not even going to know what is your partner's sexual pleasure. And some of these things are the things that can even bring problems in your relationship. So during this exercise, you can ask each other questions like, what do you like when it comes to sex? So make it a general. Don't come and just say, do you like sex? What is that you like when it comes to sex? And someone might say, I like sex toys. What type of tool you like? I like sex toys. And your partner might say, I like kissing, I like cuddling, I like masturbation, I like clitoris stimulation, I like watching porns, because the two of you are different. So usually men likes a certain men has a certain preferences when it comes to sex, and woman has a certain preferences. It's very rare you will find that two partners they like the same thing, or they like the same they have same preferences when it comes maybe to positions, and comes to the type of sexual pleasure, which stimulation, where do you want to be touched? Because both of you are totally two different people. It's a man and a woman. So, and they have also different sexual preferences. So it's better to know your partner, the better when it comes to your the sex. So, but if you don't have that discussions, how do you know? That's why many people will end up with sexual frustration. You will have sexual frustration because you don't know your partner. So if you do this exercise together, if you have this discussion together, it will really help you to learn more about your partner. Yes. But how do you do it? There are don'ts when it comes to communication, sexual communication. So don't do it in your bedroom. Don't do it after sex. Don't. So, where do you do it then? Do it when you are relaxed, somewhere like maybe you are busy eating dinner. Or, I want partners if you can have date nights, because we are so busy with many activities. So, and then we don't prioritize our marriages, our relationships. So, the relationship, marriage, and sex is at the bottom of all what we do, because you have children, you have work, you find even you are so stressed, financial stress, especially men. You are just too busy. If you don't take time to really schedule date nights where only the two of you goes out and only have what we call intimate conversation. Intimate conversation is conversation that you are talking about only about your relationship. You don't talk about planning. You don't plan. You don't talk about cows. You don't talk about chores. You don't talk about your work. You don't talk about your family. You don't talk about whatever, any other activity. You only focus on you two, because you also need to know where are your partner in this. So and Dr. Moore also suggests that when you have that conversation, you don't need to see each other. So you can be in the car, you can be in the dark somewhere, under the tree, in nature, whatever. But she also stipulated other rules that you need to do. Like, for instance, you don't need to be hungry. Eh? Make sure that you are full, okay? And you don't need to be angry. Make sure that you are in a good mood. You don't need to be depressed. You don't need to feel hurt. Meaning, you are at a positive. You have a positive mind. So, meaning you need to be in good mood, and there must not be kids around, because they would definitely disturb you. But you must plan it. So that is now the verbal communication. When you talk, like, not only now, before you go now to the actual activity, you must communicate throughout. It's a foreplay. When we talk about a foreplay, it's something, it means you talk about something before the actual activity takes place. But when you talk, don't blame your partner about it. For example, don't say, why you don't like sleeping with me? Why you are not coming soon? Why you not initiating sex? It's only me. That is blame. And what happened? Because when you start blaming, then you take your partner in the mood. you must also not give the blaming body language where you feel aggressive, because like for us women, we sort of like, we are intuitive. We can read between the lines so fast. You know, and don't talk about sex after sex. No, no. Don't make it only that once. So make sure that you make it as a daily life. You can even really discuss it and say, okay, so once you get used to it, it can be even a daily discussion. So before you come to bed, even that day you are not going to have something, you just have something and then you discuss about it. Now, the day of the actual sex, when do you communicate and how to communicate? So while you are taking out my clothes, what you'd say, honey, you are so beautiful. That's communication. Because you know what we admire as women, we like sound. We like smell, we like taste. When you say it, I feel beautiful. You know, talk to us. Because talking to us as women, it means you care about us. Because we like intimate conversation. That should be our foreplay. Just when you talk to us, just be genuine. Because as I said, we are intuitive. We smell, we taste, we read between the lines. And what you talk during the actual, like for instance, when you are touching each other, maybe you do clitoral stimulation, or you are doing, maybe, you know, like maybe you are doing a mouth, you are using your finger, you are using all sort of whatever, or the sex toys. Communicate. What is it that you like? If I touch here, do you like it? Honey, I think if I touch here, no, be soft. That is communication. Verbal communication is very, very important. So what about your experience? Do you feel good? Then you can tell us, just, honey, just relax. Just relax. I am with you in this journey. And after you know, every time, should I go fast? Do I need to move on? Because sometimes you don't want a person to go to a certain spot while the body is not ready. So verbal communication is actually to prepare your body. Because as I say, like as women, we like, you know, we like smell, talk, you know, those things, sound. Now here I want to underline the sound. We like the sound. Don't only make a sound at the end of the journey where you feel, no, it's fine. No, talk to us so that we feel comfortable. Actually, is to distress. You distress not only by touching, you distress by also talking to your partner. Talk and say, okay, no, I think here, don't go too far. I'm not yet ready. Can we take another minute? So talk to each other. That is the most important, because communication, especially verbal communication, is something that is very, very important. It's a foreplay. It's a foreplay when it comes to sexual pleasure. So learn to talk. I don't say talk, I say learn. And if you don't know how to talk, you can come and then I take it from there, helping you how to talk. I hope this video make an impact in your sexual journey. So if you like for me to do videos like this one, please share, please subscribe, and you like, so that whenever I make this kind of video, you get a notification. I love you all. See you in the next lesson. Thank you.